of these kind of pieces of shit somewhere in Queens or somewhere else. And the ideas that the original modernists had really were transformed into this sort of economic modernism that really covered the world in incredible things. You had these things going on in Russia. At one time, over 600 million apartments were built in that time. So, you still have a choice. It sounds pretty exciting already. So at one time, over 600 million apartments were built. So if you think that four people were living in these apartments, you had significant basically living in apartments like this. And of course, the only reason these things were built was functionalism. That was the complete idea. We don't give a shit about how it looks, we don't give a shit about the culture, we want to get as many people housed as cheaply as possible. And the result, of course, was that these things did one thing not, they did not function. Like that relentless pursuit of functionalism turned in exactly the opposite thing. Like nobody wanted to live in them. They were actually not functioning for human beings, not fit for human housing. So if you look at those four guys, an Austrian, a Swiss, and two Germans, how the fuck did these four guys convince the world that everything should look exactly like they said that they tell the world to do? They did it with a term they invented called the international style. Now this thing made sense after World War I. You know, the idea was if we're all a little bit more similar, maybe we wouldn't hate each other that much. But it didn't quite work out that way. And it was unbelievably successful. What used to look like this in China, now it looks like this. It used to look like this in South Africa, now it looks like this in Cape Town. It used to be like this in Indonesia, now it looks like this in Jakarta. Turkey, Istanbul looks like now. And of course, it worked by far the best in Germany, because after World War II, everything was destroyed, so there was a lot of stuff to build, and what was built was boxes. Like boxes after boxes after boxes and boxes. And I, of course, immediately thought, well, like, you know, World War II,